Hello everyone and welcome back to Disc Golf Examiner. Today we're at the 2019 Shenango Valley Disc Golf Open at beautiful Buhl Park in Hermitage, PA. We love coming out to this park because it is one of the most beautiful parks that I have ever been to myself. I'm your host, Brian Keegan. I am also the videographer for the project, and I'm going to be your host into what happened today. And we're really excited to be able to come out and provide coverage at this event. Like I said, the community really rallies around disc golf here, and it's a lot of fun. We have a great card today. Out of a par 203, we have Dan Brooks Wells at 192 strokes. We have him tied with Sam Castiglione at 192. We have Andy Martin, just a stroke back from the lead, with Mike Moser being at 87, and Mark Kistner being in there in the center of it at 189 strokes. Definitely, 3 strokes from, the first to third place. Really close competition here, but this course shows a lot of fluctuation. It just, it's naturally divisive. We're going to start off on hole number 1. It's a par 4.
We've got Mike Moser from Wilmington, Delaware with a score of 187, leading the lead card.
And we'll let Trevor Murphy give our intros to all the players here. Now, hole 1 is 552 feet, and you have some OB on the left-hand side with the road, and on the right-hand side you have a very heavily wooded area. So you really want to make it past that tree. Mike
188,
got
Andy
past.
Martin, our returning champion.
Andy Martin stepping up onto the box. He is the returning champion from last year, and it'll be interesting to see with a one-stroke deficit if he can come back and win it again this year. Andy with a great sidearm. Expertly done. Out into the fairway.
From Chickamauga, New York, Mark Kistner?
Kistner!
Mark testing out a new disc layer, it looks like. He's going to put it back. Smart. All right. Mark giving it a great rip. Out and around. It's got to fall down quick. Get down quick.
From Grand Island, New York,
OB.
Sam Castiglione.
And we've seen Sam come into the area and really place very high on several tournaments. Always great to see Sam out repping Prodigy there. Looks like he's going to go with the sidearm there. Good flex out. Yes, he's going to stay out of the
Scottsville,
wood.
New York, Daniel Brooks Wells with a score of 192.
Killed that beef jerky. Nice.
Dan actually bought a bag of beef jerky off of us to help sponsor us for the day. Just giving us a little shout out there. And it looks like, oh no, his drive is going to be a little high. Yeah, he's going to be in the woods there. So we'll pick up from Dan's shot. He's going to be pitching out from the woods here. It's very heavily wooded there, and unfortunately there's not really much of an out for him, but he does punch through and roll out into the middle of the field. Great shot. Now the trick to this upshot is that the field kind of comes to a point, and there's 2 roads that come together. Oh, great skip there for Mike. And okay, good. He stays in bounds. But you can go too far, and you can, unfortunately, go OB. Sam is going to get, I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a skip around those trees to get a little bit closer for his putt. And Andy lining up his shot with a hyzer skip. Oh, he's going to catch a tree. Looks like it may have been a little bit shorter than he wanted, and he's going to have a long putt there. And Mark throwing from his OB lie here. Oh no, he's got to stop. Oh man, that's not how he wanted to start the round, that's for sure. 2 OBs. And Dan here, throwing for his third shot, playing that skip. Great skip. Oh, okay. All right. He's safe. Good. Sam, about 80 feet there. Just going to get it up to the basket. Smart play. You don't want to go too long here. And Andy, oh, going to hit metal. Mike looks like he's going to a kneeling putt here. And just almost gets it up there. And Mark, from his second OB position, is going to just miss the basket. This will be Dan for par. Oh, wow. Beautiful putt. A little bit of pressure there with that road behind him, behind the basket there, but he made it very, very well. Sam pitching in for his par as well. Andy for his par. Mike for his. And Mark's going to take a double bogey there. Not the way you want to start out, but, you know, that's the way it goes. Hole 2 is a par 3, and it is 459 feet. You got a big open field. Actually, the basket is back in this grouping of trees just past the current basket. Probably, you know, another 90 feet back. Mike's going to play a big Anheuser shot. Hope it flexes back. Yeah, he's going to be a ways from the basket there. Maybe he might be 90 feet from the basket there himself. And Andy just has one of the most amazing arms. It's just so much fun to watch him throw because he can do shots like this. He just crushes long drives all day. Hopefully, unfortunately, he's going to get not that big of a skip down there. So he's going to have a long putt at the basket. But this is really a hard par 3, I'd say, to get to. Because really, you're going to have to crush it 450 feet or so to get it out towards the basket. And so, you know, this is a hole that you're really trying to play for that 3. We'll see Dan up here on the box as well. Looks like Dan has in his hand his Relativity. He's loving this one. Heiser flip up. Flipping over just a bit. Yeah, great distance there for Dan. And Mark's lining up a shot with his Destroyer. It is getting caught up in that wind, though. It's like a heavy wind lifted it, caused it to go left, and nearly hit Jeff there. Shout out to Jeff Revilla, who's doing our catch cam work today. And Sam with a great upshot. He should have a putt from there. Mark laying up his shot as well. We have Mike here. He's, oh boy, he's got to be about 80, 90 feet here. He's giving it a good run. And oh, wow! Wow! It looked like he didn't put anything on that. I can't believe that he was able to float it and get it in like that. Wow. Fantastic putt there by Mike Moser. And that'll give him a bird, which will give him another stroke here on Andy, unless Andy's able to convert on this putt. Now Dan giving this a good jump putt there. He's going to get up to the basket. Yeah, he'll be right there for his par. Andy for his birdie shot. Now, I got to think he's giving this a go because, you know, being a champ at Shenango Valley Disc Golf Open is great 1 year, but 2 years would be even sweeter. And he's going to give it a good run. A little bit left there. He is putting with P3Xs, so I believe they're a little bit more overstable than your typical putter. And great. There's a good par there for Andy. Of course, Mike's going to grab a stroke on him here. Moser's going to have like a two-stroke lead now, so really it's good for Mike. We have Sam here getting his par. Everybody else should be tapping in here for their pars. I know Dan told me he's putting with the Pilot. Loving that disc. Mark pitching in. And we're going to go ahead and move on to hole number 3, which is a par 4. It is 936 feet. And it goes across the road here, as you'll see. The road is OB. And actually, this is the original basket, but the temporary basket will be on the left-hand side, right across the road there. Shout out to Matt Driscoll Photography for shooting this drone footage for us. And Mike's going to throw his drive, going to flip over a little bit. He should be safe out there in that field, no problem. Andy smashing, absolutely smashing a green. I believe he told me that was a metal flake wraith. Wow. Sam going to his D2, I believe, here. Flip over just a bit, ride out. Yeah, full flight of that disc. Great shot. Really, you need 2 really big shots in order to get it there for your putt. So, it looks like the relativity there for Dan, throwing that nice and long. And Mark letting his ride out far. This should be his turn. And we have Mike here for his second shot. Looks like he's going to play it safe. No need in trying to run it and go for it. They still have a good distance to go till they can get to the basket. Looks like Mike's playing for his par, though. Sam going out wide, playing that skip, trying to get a little bit more towards that road, and he will do just that. And Mark here is going to be giving this a good run, I think. At this point, you know, you're this far back from the lead. Might as well give it a good rip. Looks like he's going straight for that basket. Skip across the road. And that's going to be an OB. There's an island over there, some OB markings. So Mark's going to be OB there. Oh, and Dan almost gets the other basket there. Andy, you got to believe Andy's got the distance, so he's going to run this all day. Giving it a good rip. I think he wants that to flip just a little bit more, but unfortunately, he's going to get caught up in that tree. He's over the road a little bit too much, and he's going to be OB. Sam landing in the exactly where you want to land here. Playing it safe inside that circle. And Mike maybe just to the edge of the circle there. With his putt, he's going to have a tree to contend with from his lie. And Dan looks like he's going with his Pyro. Recently reviewed that one. Love that disc. And he's going to get a nice overstable finish out of that sidearm flick right underneath the basket. Mark playing from his lie. There we go. Great, right up to the basket. Andy looks like he's going to be a little bit closer. He might have a shot at this. Oh, I think he got caught up on that branch there. Mike's going to straddle out, go to kneeling putt, straddle out outside that tree there, and bang his putt in for par. Great move there by him. And you can see the breeze going a little bit there. Kind of makes you double think what you're doing. Maybe adjust a little bit. Looks like Sam adjusted well. And Andy will be putting in for his bogey, giving Mike now a 3-stroke lead. And so we're going to go ahead and move on to hole number 4. And this one is tightly wooded. It's the first one we've seen today. It is a par 4. It is 484 feet. And it has a very low ceiling. Really, it's just an extremely tight shot all the way up to this hillside here where the basket is. Moser playing as straight can be. Great shot.
Thank you,
And Sam's disc looks like it has just a tiny bit of hyzer on it. There is a left gap here, but it does block your sight of the basket. So we'll see if Sam's able to easily convert after this. And Dan with a great sidearm, going to flex out. Looks like it just skipped off that tree and landed in the middle of the fairway. Great shot there by Dan. Andy, oh, it would have been a crush. Unfortunately, he's going to hit a tree and go off the fairway. Now, this is where you can really get into trouble off the fairway here. And Mark throwing straight up the gap, playing the skip. Great 2 skips all the way up the fairway. Now, Andy's looks like he's going to try to get a nice sidearm up there. See if he's able to do what he wants here. Little flex shot. Unfortunately. Well, hey, he's going to hit the tree and land in the middle of the fairway. You can't really ask for a better placement than that. Unfortunately, as you can see, though, now, there is a very low ceiling to go up the hill here. And, you know, that can cost you some strokes, for sure, going off this fairway. With a great shot. Looks like, oh, he's going to clip a tree there and stop outside the circle there. Mike, for his second shot, going right up to the basket, and great shot. Yep. Now Sam, he's going to be on the left side, the left gap here. It looks like he's going to try to get through some trees and up the hill. But not a bad place to be if you can just get through. Oh, beautiful shot there by Mark. Just showing you how to thread the gaps here. Dan looks like he's going a little high with that one, little Annie. And he's going to be to the right side of the basket in the woods a little bit. He's going to have some shrubs to contend with, but he should be within putting range. Sam with the sidearm up the hill. There he is. He's just past the basket now. Andy will be up there now as well. And Dan has some foliage to contend with here. He is going to be going to a knee and trying his luck at his putt from there. Probably 25 feet here. And he nails it. Great birdie. Showing you how to really play this hole. Mark's, oh no. Mark was distracted by the birds there. I do know that he said birds right before he putted because they were making noises, and you know, I think he just went for it, and it just was enough to distract him. Unfortunate. Would have been good to see a bird there for him. Sam gonna be putting for his par from about 25 feet. Oh no! Unfortunate spit out there for Sam. Andy for his bogey, which is going to, provided Mike makes his putt. Wow. It is going to extend Mike's lead to 5 strokes. So 4 holes in, we've seen some huge changes here, and hole 5 is a par 4. It's 591 feet. We're going to see the scores. We've seen Dan come up from tied for 4th place. We've seen him come up to now 3rd place. And we have Mike going with a great roller here. It's a great shot to choose here. You have OB on the road in front of the tee as well as behind the basket. So you got to watch out here. But these trees create an interesting obstacle. Whether you want to go around them or under them. Oh no, it looks like Dan threw his just a little low there, and it's going to roll around the tree. But they provide a very interesting obstacle. There's so many different ways around them. Looks like Mark's going to go up over top. It's going to flex back and out, and he should be down there. Sam looks like he's going for a roller, but it just didn't get over quite far enough. But he'll be out there in the field, and that's really all you really want. Andy with 5 strokes back now from the lead, going for it with a monster crush. Wow! Holy cow. That was a very long drive. That was very nice. Probably 450-ish. Dan, great shot, and he should come back towards the basket. Yeah, great skip. Wow, fantastic shot there for Dan. Sam playing a nice hyzer angle with his D2. Good skip, and he should be within putting range. Although hard to tell at this distance, so we'll see here in a moment. And Mark playing a little bit further right. I think he was hoping for a bigger skip, or for the disc to come back a little harder there. And Mike does have some trees in his way. Looks like he's going far right. And we'll skip. I don't think it skipped as far left as he wanted either. And Andy at his drive is probably just outside 100 feet from the basket. Right sidearm flick. And he's going to be a little bit far from that basket. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens here in a moment. Mike, oh no, Mike's going to miss his putt for bird. Mark. Dan looks to be just outside the circle here. Yeah, great putt there. Sam at about 25 feet. Great putt. Sam has like a really interesting putt. He's able to really get it out there. We have Andy nailing his putt for bird, which something interesting should happen here. Yes, Mike's gonna lose a stroke there. And so it's a 4-stroke lead, still significant lead as we head into hole 6. It's a par 5. It is 1,125 feet. It is through the woods, over the road, through the field, and then you have the basket on a slightly raised plateau here. So it's definitely an interesting hole, really one of the signature holes of the course, I think. Definitely one that I think about every time that I play here. And Dan will have a good shot out there into the field. Really, you want to get it down that embankment there and get it into a clear section. And Sam's going to clip a tree. Looks like he's going to be to the bushes down there. He might not be as far down as he'd like, but he should be able to get a good drive or a good second shot from that. And Andy playing a sidearm. Oh, going to clip a tree there and land right about where Sam is, maybe a little bit more to the left. Mike's playing a little bit to the right, clipping a tree and landing at the embankment as well. And Mark giving this a huge crush. Wow, nice little flex over. Watch it come back. Almost got Jeff there. Fantastic drive there for Mark. You got to keep in mind that there is a chase card as well, and they are pretty close. We'll see Mike here throw a roller over the road, skipping, hopping over there to the right. And Sam is going to have to deal with a little bit of a thicket there behind him. Really just trying to get it over the road out into that field as far as possible. It's the safest play, really. Playing a big hyzer shot, getting caught up in the wind a little bit, but it's coming back very nicely there in the field. And Andy has a significant opening here. You got to believe, with his arm, he's really all about, like this hole. This hole is really kind of made for him. He can really crush long. Oh no! Just gonna clip that tree. His disc is coming back out into the middle of the field. Wow, unbelievable. That good thing that he put enough power on that. That was fantastic. And we have Dan coming out into the field now as well. He should be down there by where Jeff is. Yeah. Sorry, folks. Sometimes it's a little hard to catch the disc on these bright days like this. So if you miss any, sorry about that. We'll get better at it. Now we have Mark.
Oh, wow.
Wow. With a fantastic drive through those trees. Mike, for his third shot, is gonna... Oh no, he's gonna play it out a little bit further right than he wanted. That's gonna be way far right. So that's gonna be safe from the road on the left-hand side, which is OB. However, that started traveling away from the basket a distance. Should be interesting to see how he calibrates for that. Sam... going to be out there. That's where you would want to be for your third shot. if you're playing for par. And Dan out in the field here beside Andy. And this shot a great rip. His disc going. That's his relativity. He's loving that today. Good skip.
Yeah.
He should be within putting range. Great shot there for Dan. And Andy is still. This has got to be 450, 500 feet still from where Andy is right now. So for Andy's third shot, looks like he's going to his Meadow Flake Wraith again. Playing a nice long shot. It's hyzering back towards the basket. Good skip. Wow, maybe even past the basket there. Mark playing his shot as well, up and around. And he should be within putting range now. Mike for his fourth shot. Playing a hyzer. Oh no, it's gonna, no, a little skip. He should be just outside the circle, maybe 45 feet there. Sam getting up towards the basket with his sidearm. Mike just a little bit longer of a putt. You'll notice there's a little bit of a breeze here as he gives that a run. He's going to be left side. It's going to bounce out and go maybe 25, 30 feet there. Andy for his bird. Wow. That's fantastic. You don't see very many birdies on this hole. You really have to have a large arm to be able to achieve that. And so that was an amazing sight to see. And then we got Sam in for his par. Oh no, that's a little bit high there for Mike. And unfortunately, that's his second miss there. Dan at about 20 feet. Putting with his pilot. Getting a great bird. Wow. Just fantastic. 2 birds on 1 card for this hole. That's something you don't see very often. Michael pitch in for his double bogey. Wow. So Andy got the bird, which is going to change this tremendously. It's now back to a 1-stroke lead for Mike. We're moving on to hole 7. It's a par 3. It's 453 feet. Wow. You have a little bit of wooded area here that you're throwing out of over a road, and there's road behind the basket into the right of the island there. So Dan is going to be outside putting range there. Andy giving this a great rip. I think he's starting to taste it. He's thinking, I'm really going to have to run and go for this. I don't think he stopped running and going for it, but I think he's really just trying to get this stroke back here. And Mark, wind pushing his disc up a little bit, but he's going to be out there. He should be within putting range, maybe just outside. Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Going to be a little shorter than it looks there. Sometimes these distances can be deceiving when you're in flat areas. You have Mike playing a turnover shot, and it's coming back towards the basket. Ooh, just a little shorter than it looked there too. Sam's probably at about 60 feet here, giving that a great run. And Dan with a jump putt. Just a little lower than he'd want. And Mark is probably at about 50 feet here. Wow. And just squeaks it by the chains into the basket. Fantastic. I know he's really excited about that. And Andy here for his birdie. Wow. That was amazing. Just to see his composure here during these big, meaningful shots like this. We have Mike here. He's still outside the circle as well, so this is not an easy putt there for Mike. Catching the chains, going left side and out. A little high, a little left. So that's huge, because that means that if Mike makes his next putt, we have a tie in first place, which is unbelievable considering how this round kind of started. The first full 4 holes. The last 3 have really changed things. Mike will easily get that par. So we got a tie for first. And a close second, only 2 strokes back with 2 holes left. Moving on to hole 8, it's a par 3. It is 447 feet. There isn't really an OB here. This road is considered in play. So you just have some tightly wooded area on the right-hand side and a little bit of a wooded area on the left-hand side. But those trees can definitely get in your way. We'll start off with Andy on the box. Real long and right. Looks like he's going to be in the middle of that area there. And Matt playing straight up the gut. This looks like it's going to hook up a little bit there, and he'll be outside putting range, but that's a pretty nice drive there. Dan looks like he's going for that same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Disc looked like it was flipping pretty straight there, and we'll see where he is there in a moment. Sam looks like disc ended up going a little bit more right than he wanted. You got to believe Mike thinks that, with this great drive, fantastic drive, gonna go. Oh, it's gonna get caught up in the grass there. If that went a little bit further, I'd say he'd be within putting range. But he's going to be just outside there. Sam will be out in putting range now with his second shot. Dan's going to have a little gap between these trees that he can throw through. Throwing it up high. Oh, right there. Perfect. We had a lot of people come out for this tournament. Great upshot there by Mike. He was probably looking to go for it, though. We have Andy here in the woods. We had a little bit of a gallery for this final round, so it was nice to see people come out. As I was saying, this Hermitage community really, at Buhl Park, really is loving and embracing the sport. Andy going to have a great pitch out there, which is important because now he and Mike theoretically here are going to get pars, and it's going to be tied up going into the 9th hole, which will be hole 10. Have Sam here just at circle's edge. Oh no, it's a little left. Mike will get his par. and everybody else should be pitching in. But as I was saying, the community has been embracing disc golf, which is really nice. We got to see a lot of things. Like they actually have Circle's Edge Coffee was out there selling coffee, disc golf inspired coffee, which is pretty cool. It was a really good tasting coffee. I've been drinking it all week at work. Check them out if you ever get a chance. Hole 10's a par 4. It is 642 feet. And it's going to be through these trees, very tightly wooded there. You do have OB right with the road, and just past the basket is OB as well. Andy, going into it tied, is going to have a monster crush. Wow. That was easily 450, 500 feet there with that throw. Mark's going to play the roller shot, and it's going to go a little right. It's got to stop soon because there's the road there. Good. Looks like he's going to be safe down that direction. And Dan giving this next disc a great rip. It's got to get right. Yes.
Oh, man.
Just past the trees.
Yeah, Dan.
Fantastic drive again. We got Moser up on the box. Looks like he's going to be lining up a roller. Oh, going to clip a branch there. And oh my gosh, this one's taken off. He's got to get caught up to Andy. He's got to get up.
Wow.
And it looks like it's going to be a little shorter. But a great drive. Sam. Giving it a good rip. Flex right. He's got to come out of that a little bit. Yeah, he's going to be down there. And you have Mark here. Actually, you can't see from this angle, but the camera's really, really low. And all of those branches are like head level. So, really, he's going to play down through that a little bit. Over to the right. And he's going to be outside putting range. But he could probably run a good one there. And it looks like Dan is lining up a sidearm. You have to get it right to the left of those V'd trees there. It looks like the trees are going to catch it. And Sam's going to line up a hyzer shot. Big hyzer shot as it gets down towards the basket there. He's going to be within putting range there. And Mike really needs to get this disc around that V'd tree. He needs to flip a little bit more, go a little bit, looks like it's going to be a little short there as we get up to Andy's drive, which is, wow, just an amazing drive. And he's going to give it a rip, and he's going to be within putting range. Wow, for his bird. That is huge. With a nice flick. Dan's up to the basket. Mark with a great floater there. Going to be a little short, but he'll be putting. And it all comes down to this. If Mike's able to get this putt, oh, 3 inches. So, Andy has a chance to capitalize. We have Sam here. Oh, just a little low on his as well. And this is for the whole thing. Andy Martin, Circle's Edge. If he makes this, he wins. It's amazing to see how he reacts to the pressure, which is that he doesn't react. And he nails it, grabbing the win on the last putt of the round. Wow. It's an amazing round there for Andy. So all hail the king. Andy Martin is a 2-time and defending Shenango Valley Disc Golf Open champion. Congrats to Andy. As all of these guys competed so well during this weekend. And we had a ton of fun covering them. You know, it's such a beautiful park, like I was saying. We've covered a lot of these guys before, actually all of them, and they're all a lot of fun to be around. So we want to thank them for letting us cover them during the round, and we want to thank you for joining us. Remember to like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and share this video. We always appreciate it whenever you guys do it. It really drives us. So, you know, we want to thank so many people, all the volunteers. We want to thank Trevor Murphy for having us out, and everybody who purchased jerky, because really that's the way we were able to afford to come out to the tournament and cover it this weekend. So if you ever see us out at a tournament, grab some jerky and get yourself a snack. And we always appreciate the support. So that's going to do it for our coverage here from the Shenango Valley Disc Golf Open. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and until next time, keep banging those chains.